Welcome to South Harmon. Welcome to South Harmon. Hey, welcome to South Harmon. We glad you here today. Another AMA. Ask me anything. Super chat is cool if you wanna pay to play. Like and subscribe, that's what we really appreciate. Let me introduce you to the tear down king. Mike McNutty, ask your questions, he'll answer anything. ATM, you know Adam put them graphics on the screen. Glad you tapped in now, stay tapped in for the team. Hey, everything is posted. Go follow the socials. South Harmon FF tag us if we get noticed. Welcome to South Harmon, we glad you here today. Welcome to South Harmon, we glad you here today. Another AMA. Welcome to South Harmon, we glad you here today.
Let's go, Matty! Wednesday night AMA. Welcome back, everybody. We are here. Adam is not here. Adam's having a baby. Well, Adam's not having a baby. He's present while his wife does all the hard work. But that's important. That's very Matty, important. What's going on, brother? How you doing, man?
Oh, we're doing great, man. I mean, this feels like it's a big week, right? Like, I mean, there's something happened this week. Didn't something happen this week?
I think something happened this week.
Not just NCAA. I'm not talking about NCAA. Something else happened this week.
I think a few things happened this week. Most importantly, Matty Kiwoom, Cody Carpentier, now part of the Four Horsemen of South Harmon. Let's go.
Welcome
the Four Horsemen.
Harmon. Let's
we
go.
Here. We here. It's a big one. Tonight's show brought to you by Ultimate Autographs. Signed shit. Signed sh.it. Get you all this cool shit I got behind me, Matty. Matty, we got to get you on there, man. You got some good luck. Get you a mystery box. Bet you win one.
I could use them. I could use it. I love the helmet aesthetic, man. I mean, it's something, as kids our age, right? When we were kids, Mike, we always put the quarter in the little gumball machine to see what NFL helmet was about that big. But now it's like you can get real helmets. Put them behind you. I love it.
Real
Can't
ones.
wait. Gotta
Real
get
ones.
some.
Real
I
ones.
need it. I'll put them on though when I'm getting crazy. Like, let's go Oklahoma drill style. But that's just me.
You might talk me into too if you land a nice Eagles one. Maybe I make you a trade for that Drew Bledsoe sitting there over my my shoulder. Maybe
I would love to have that Drew Bledsoe behind me.
We'll see. Also, too, if you want to take on me and Adam in a redraft Superflex League, go to southharmon.com/beat Southharmon down below here. Sign up. Come get your ass beat. Or maybe you take us down. Maybe you take us down.
You can get your ass beat.
You can get your ass beat. Matty, I think we put a little something extra on it. Not for the patrons, right? The people who come in and take us on. But, we already got a one-chip challenge going at the Expo on the thumbnail. So maybe we do something similar. I was looking at the world's most sour candy. I think that'd be fun.
Okay.
We come on a show live if we get beat by somebody else in this league, me and Adam, and we got to do an AMA with the world's sourest candy. All puckered face, teary-eyed, pretty gross.
That's a good move. There's a lot of them now. TikTok's a wonderful place. You can get a lot of weird stuff on there, including sour candies that make your face implode in itself.
It could be fun, or it could be miserable. Either way. We'll put a little something on
for the person not eating it at the very least. Like, I'm gonna have a lot of fun watching you guys eat the one chip. That's gonna be a lot of fun for me.
Nice. You got to make sure though. I forgot to tell you, you got to pick them up before you come. Like, I'm not doing it.
Don't you have to get them in the black market now? I'm gonna have to go to some seedy areas and find some one chip challenge chips off the black market.
You can find something similar too if you want.
No,
you won.
Is there anything similar?
The executives won. And if we would have known what we know now, like, technically, since you're part of this company, you lost too, so you got to do it too.
Wait a second.
Big
move. Listen, if we lose, the terms of the deal was indeed South Harmon versus the executives. We've merged, and now the executives are South Harmon. So ergo, we all eat the one chip, or none of us eat the one chip.
It's a good move, ain't it? Good
That is
move.
heinous. That is heinous activity. You diabolical.
Not just a hat rack, my friend. Not just a hat rack. Not just a hat rack. Reminder, too, if you want to be a part of the Patreon, this is a good time to talk about it because the Expo is coming up. You want to stay with us at the Expo. We'll talk a little bit more about that. Patreon.com/South Harmon. But Matty, last year's valedictorian, has a super chat. Corey Sumer! 2.5 weeks till we back, roomie. What's up, buddy? Yeah, Corey's my roomie. My ride or die at the Expo, Matty. It's my guy. It's my guy. You got a roomie? Is it going to be Cody?
I don't know. See, that's the thing. This is the fun part about not being there last year was I get to go in almost like this, this John Smith, looking through the woods, trying to discover. And you guys are my Pocahontases. You guys are familiar with this area. Now I have to find out who do I link up with? I don't know. I don't know. I'm very excited for it though. I mean, 2.5 weeks. My butterflies just started in my stomach. Like I just started going, oh my God, 2.5 weeks.
I'm jacked, man. I'm jacked. I couldn't be more excited getting to see everybody there. It is such a good time. I know we say it all the time. It's not facetious. Matty, you came with our first time. It was your first time 2 years ago.
Yes, sir.
2 years ago. We stayed out in bumfuck Egypt, wherever the hell that was.
Adam hit a deer.
He literally hit a deer. I think technically, since we're talking technicals, the deer ran into him because it hit the side.
If we were in the court of law, it was Adam did not hit the deer. The deer did run into Adam, but there was contact. They did. The
deer was definitely drunk galloping, I think. I don't know how you miss a giant. What was that? Escalade that we were driving around?
Yeah. Oh, very nice SUV. Very nice.
100K plus easily. Oh man, that thing was sick. But yeah, you came to the first one. That's when we learned T-Rock can actually cook. Shout out T-Rock, and he can cook his ass off. Absolutely incredible. And then last year, Matty, you missed out, but we did step it up, man. Full school, auditorium, cafeteria.
I had
big ass rooms,
certified diabolical FOMO that hasn't exited my system as of this second. But as Corey states, 2.5 weeks from now, I can finally scratch that itch.
Let's go, man. I think what I'm going to do, too, announcement, I've talked about it, but now that NCAA is actually here, I played it. It's fucking amazing. I'm a degen. We're having an NCAA tournament live in person. All right. Somebody's going home heartbroken when they get 21-0 on them sticks. All right. But I think what we're going to do live in person, we're going to have a prize, cash prize.
Ooh.
Now, if I win, I just keep my own money.
No, you got to make all of us bums pay you. I mean, what is that? You got to risk it for the biscuit.
That's fair. So what do you think, man? Your first Expo experience, how did you like it? Staying with us, obviously, but kind of getting to know everybody. Are you really excited or looking forward to your second one? I know for me and Adam, it was night and day difference, not just because of the school, but all the content creators that you met along the way, all the people you get to meet in person, so many more conversations that you had. You don't kind of feel like a fish out of water. It feels more like home.
Mm-hmm. Oh, don't get me wrong. And first and foremost, I got to start at the first base here. Shout out to Bob Long. Putting this thing together, the development of the Expo, it's gotten better and better and better. And, that's just that's a testament to what he's done and the work he's putting together in his team, because the Expo has become the nucleus of this industry. It's like if you're not part of this gathering, it's almost like you're not part of the community throughout the rest of the year. It's wild. But 2 years ago, I got to say, I've often referred to us as being in a particular draft class.
Yes.
I feel like, we kind of started together, and, as we've gotten more kind of known or just whatever throughout the space, you feel less and less like, holy shit, this is so-and-so, if that makes sense. So like 2 years ago when I went, I met people I had done shows with, guys who I've collabed with, but there were also people in this industry that it's just like, I'm not going to bother them. It felt like I was being a bother, but last year it felt like maybe I wasn't the only one with those worries, but all of those were thrown aside last year. the pictures, the videos, the posts, all the social media, following vicarious through everyone who was in Canton last year, it seemed like it was full on. Everyone let their guards down. It was a full on, hey, nice to meet you. What you into? How can we collab? Friendships were made, relationships were built, and it was, like I said, complete FOMO not being there. So being able to go this year, it feels like, man, it's like be there or be square, brother. You know what I mean? And I felt like I was a square last year.
They did. Bob did a lot of cool things last year too. Just a little bit different than the first one we went to. The actual expo on Sunday, instead of being at the hotel, where you had to go down in the basement dungeon, it was kind of warm down there. Not gonna lie, like the AC wasn't the greatest. Moved it over to the indoor practice field that they now have fully going. So big, wide open space, lots of different rooms where you can kind of break away, and they have different discussions and different panels and. Obviously, you still got all the booths set up, so that's really cool. Saturday night party still at Hall of Fame Stadium. Kind of cool to go there. Definitely all the events on Saturday. I'm usually too hungover to go to them. Like I need until about like 3 o'clock to kind of recover. But if that's your thing, you like to go watch flag football, do some of the live drafts that they have going on. That's incredible. Friday night party, obviously, with everybody kind of getting in and meet and greet and how you doing. First time we really turn up, but you know how we do it at South Harmon, man. I'm coming in Monday night. I'll be turned up the minute I get there, right? I fly in about 6, Matty. In about 6. Starting Monday, about 8 o'clock probably when I get to the shit school. All the way up. We turn that fucker to 11.
I'm going to be there on Tuesday, and it is, I mean, I won't sleep Monday night. It'll be like Christmas as a kid. It'll be... I'll have my bags packed. I'll be staring at the door waiting for my alarm to go off. You know what I'm saying? Very excited for it. And I'm also, I drove 2 years ago. That's a lot. That was 12 hours of driving. I'm not driving. Your boy's flying. It's going to be a lot more fun because you can drink when you fly. You can't drink when you drive.
Oh, yeah. I'm flying first class because, 1, I'm fat and I don't fit in normal seats. 2, serve me all the alcohol possible on the plane. Serve me all of it. Every single bit of it.
Let's go.
Chicken fingers, George's. You didn't get to experience George's the first time. Let me tell you, Matty. Prepare your anus for George's.
Prepare your anus, no kitty?
It is cramped. All right, for us bigger folk. It's a bar that probably holds 30 people, and we fit like 250 in that thing.
Oh, great. That's awesome. Yeah.
It's great drunk food, though. It was good. It was a good time with everybody there, other than I'm fat and I sweat, and there wasn't a lot of room to move around. Other than that, it was great.
So what you're saying is going to be a lot of this between me and you. Let's go outside.
Yeah.
Let's go outside.
Let's go back to the school and get fucked up.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get Bob to make, let's say Thursday night, the unofficial start. We get people over in the auditorium at the South Harmon School. Maybe we'll have a talent show on Thursday nights.
Oh, dude. You know what it is? This is what happens. We're going to start it this year. And eventually, what happens, it's the Pied Piper effect. Cool things bring people to the party. So why don't we just do it this year on Thursday? We call it the unofficial start. Blow it out. People come this year, double it next year, triple it the year after, and before you know it, it's tradition.
Before you know it, we're in. What about Corey? He's starting a live South Harmon redraft league there at the Expo. They got a board, everything. It's got South Harmon logos on it. He's looking for a 12th man. I told him his redraft, so fuck off.
Corey, I'm fucking in.
Oh, there it is. I wish I had the air horn sounder. I'd play that right now. That deserves it.
You've asked on Discord, and I did. I ignored you. But I can't ignore you any longer, buddy. I'm in. I'll be a 12th guy.
He's in. All right. T-Rock, I don't know if you've seen this, but T-Rock has a menu. All right. We're not just willy-nilly this year. He has a menu for the days. A menu. By the way, just so y'all know, if you stay with us, people who've already signed up, I've already paid for the food. The T-Rock food. It's already taken care of. Don't worry about it, but if you feel so inclined, toss my man a few shekels, say thank you.
Yes.
But I saw the menu, Matty. There is, seafood on this fucking thing. There's a pasta. There's obviously the carnitas, maybe some barbecue, a little smoked meat. He did pork belly last year. That was amazing.
Oh,
So yeah. Oh, he's got ribeyes. He's got steak night for Cody himself. So we're gonna hold off until Cody Carpentier is in the building. He was promised ribeyes last year. T-Rock is delivering this year. Done deal.
I mean, so much about the expo, and this is why the expo is so special, is you get to know people beyond fantasy, beyond the game that we all love. And what I remember 2 years ago, I remember this distinctly, as T-Rock was teaching me the right way to cook scrambled eggs, which has now become the Gordon Ramsay way. But T-Rock taught me this in the kitchen, and he would just talk about how passionate he was about cooking, what he wanted to do with this skill set. Cut to now, my man's working at a restaurant. He knows the lay of the land. He's implementing that now in the shit school. And it's just like you get to know these people behind the scenes. And now it's almost like, man, you'd have to be dead, Mike, to not feel proud of our boy T-Rock and what he's accomplishing and the heights he's going to achieve. And listen, once this Fantasy Expo catches wind of this man's menu, that'll be the second tradition that South Harmon starts at the Expo, because Thursday night kickoff is imminent. But the T-Rock menu, that shit's going to bring all the boys to the yard. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, last thing I'll touch on, then we got another super chat. We'll start to get to questions. Go ahead, pile them in. I'm ready to go. Adam's not running the stream, so 1, we started on time. 2, I fly through questions. So load them fucking babies up, all right? Not a lot of tangents here, but the last thing I'll say, I don't want to, I'm not taking any of the credit for it, right, at all, because these are incredibly dope people. But I look back and it almost brings a tear to my eye from where we were last year as a company. It's a shout out to all you incredible viewers out there who rock with us on the daily. Now we got, last year I'm just dapping Cody up at the expo. Like, what's up, man? Good to see you. We're having conversations. We're getting drunk together. 2 years ago, we came in the same draft class together, bunch of nobodies. And now look where we are. But we talk about T-Rock. T-Rock now works for the company, writes articles for us. He's a staple. Like, we look forward to meeting T-Rock every year at the expo and the cooking. Fizz, last year at the expo, I got so shocked when Fizz walks in the door. Like, I screamed like a little girl. That was the first time I ever met Fizz. Fizz had just made a couple intros for us. That was our guy, always with us. Now Fizz has got his own show on this network. Fizz is the Renaissance man. He's a rapper, does intros, he does thumbnails. Fizz got his own show. He's filling in on the trade show this week. It's incredible to see where this company has gone, where the company has gone from where it started and where it came from. And I think this week probably just signifies that, hey, the expo's coming, and every year if we keep progressing like we have been, holy shit, Matty, the sky's the absolute limit. It's all thanks to you guys for being here with us. So, holy shit, I'm incredibly excited to see what we're talking about this time next year.
Where we cut forward. I mean, if you could just see what we're gonna be, where we'll all be a year from now. Holy cow! I mean, it's gonna be shocking, because I knew this back 2 years ago when we were in that weird cottage out in the sticks with no internet, no television, just getting drunk as we headed to the expo parties. But you and Adam, you guys built something so cool, and to be a part of it now is seriously just the coolest. It's just the best. And people that tune in, shout out to you. People in the Discord, shout out to you. It's just, I cannot wait to just and be fully immersed in the shit community. It's the best.
I think Corey hit it here, man. Last year was absolutely incredible. It did feel like the longest and simultaneously the shortest weekend we've ever had. Right? Like, by the time I left on Sunday, I was exhausted. I was just like, I was mutilated. I got on that plane Monday. My plane got delayed on Monday morning, so I had to wait till Monday night. I was ready to get on the plane. I was ready to get home, but I was also very, very sad that, like, man, I wish I had like 3 more days here too, to be honest. Like, give me another glass of vodka. I'll rally up. Don't worry about it. And Corey's right, man. It was so incredible last year meeting people. If you have any hesitation about coming, just know you're one of us. We welcome you in. There is a max of like 3 seconds of awkwardness, like, Who's this dude? What's this person about? Oh, what's up, man? How you doing? And then let's go fuck some shit up, all right? Who wants to drink? Who wants to get fucked up?
Hell yeah.
Even if you don't drink, man, the people who didn't drink had a blast. T-Rock barely had a little bit of wine. I never saw T-Rock get crazy drunk the whole time because he was too focused on making dynamite food, but I think everybody had an absolute blast. And this year's going to be the exact same. Exact same. It's not a company, it's a family.
Hell yeah. It's right. That's right.
How about this? And then I'll get to the super chat. Sorry, I keep ignoring it. My bad. Definitely get you there. Serious question off topic, but y'all's background made me think of it. Where's the best places to get a jersey framed, or is there a good frame that is easy to set up myself? All right, so I've gotten 2 things framed here in the last month. My mother-in-law did this one, the JSN jersey behind me. That took a year. A year to get it done. I've looked at other places, right? Hobby Lobby, that kind of thing. Michael's is another store that'll do it for you. So if you really want, they do good work. It's just a little bit pricey. So I used family labor for that one. And then my Mike Tyson punch out photo up there. That one fit right in a Walmart frame. Done deal. Easy money. But jersey framing is interesting. What about you? Where'd that Vince Wilfork one come from, Matty?
The Wilfork frame came from Amazon. It's pretty idiot proof. If I were to bring it closer to the camera, you'd realize all the faults in it. But this one has like the little hanger at the top there. So you can just kind of hang it. It's very easy. Amazon. I think it was like $40. Easy peasy, Harris. Harris, go there, get that. And funny story, I actually got this jersey from the BDGE Big Dog Bash.
Oh,
Yeah.
Look at you. Yeah. Look at you, little flex there.
Yeah,
look at you go.
I got it. Yeah.
Theo, absolutely. If you still got a hotel, go ahead. And if you want to cancel your hotel, that's still an opportunity if you want. Say less. We got room. But
cancel it, Theo.
Yeah.
Do it. You ain't going to miss. Because guess what? You're going to pay for a hotel. You ain't going to sleep because you're sleeping at the school, boy. You going to pass out in the school, boy. Leave. You ain't leaving. We ain't going to let you leave.
I promised, Husker Chaz. It's not because you're a Husker fan. All right? We're okay. It's the off season. Come in season. Fuck Nebraska for life.
Is it in-season though? Because the NCAA's out here, so you're the rivalry's ignited.
That's true, but on stream I haven't got to the Nebraska game, okay. So we're good. We're good. We're copacetic now, so it's all like we're fine. We get to in season, or I get to Nebraska week on that online Dynasty. Man, fuck them Huskers. How about this though? He hits us with 10-team Superflex, 1 PPR, half-point tight end premium. Start 10. He's got Burrow, A-Rich, Najee, A-Chain, Chase, Amon-Ra, Deontay, Kmet, Musgrave. He has the 103. Man. So first off, before I get to this, Matty, I got like one more league that's yet to do rookie drafts, and I fucking hate it. Like, what are we doing? This is not rookie draft time. But anyways, I digress. He's got the 103, 201, 202. Should I draft Daniels or Neighbors? Thanks. What do you think? Right off the rip. Burrow, A-Rich already in a 10-team Superflex. Is he taking J-Day or is he taking Neighbors?
I think the answer also could be option C, Brock Bowers. I'm looking at this lineup here and I'm seeing studs, I'm seeing pillars, but I'm not seeing a tight end that is going to be pound for pound better than the contenders in the league. So I think you have to throw Brock Bowers on the list. But if I'm just sticking to the question, just Daniels or Neighbors, for me, I am going Neighbors in this specific situation because I think looking at the 10-team format, very shallow league, A-Rich and Burrow are both good quarterbacks. Jaden Daniels, yeah, he could be as good as them, but I think that the combination of Chase, Amon-Ra, and Neighbors could be a set of dragons that this league can't fuck with for years to come. So I think of the two, I'm leading Neighbors given the 10-team format.
Given the 10-team format, I'm with you. I'd rather have the wide receiver. Though I love Jaden Daniels. I guess the only caveat I would make, Matty, is if you draft Jaden Daniels and you feel like you could trade Joe Burrow for a Malik Neighbors type or better.
Yes.
Right? If that's an option,
that's a good
go that route because I'll take the 2 running quarterbacks then, my QB1, my QB2, and then I'm still going to walk away with a really, really, really good wide receiver. So if that's an option, you think you can pull it off realistically, and people are kind of all over the map with Joe Burrow. It could happen. So,
For sure.
but just in general, 10-team Superflex, quarterback not as valuable. Not as valuable.
Right.
So, yeah.
He has the Chase Burrow stack.
True.
Is that something that you're going to – but for me, I'd love to get your opinion on this. I feel like in a 10-team league, the stack is less important because you don't need the correlation. Yeah. You just need points. You need to be able to pound for pound beat out 9 other teams.
I like stacks, but I just treat them as tiebreakers. And me personally, in a 10-team format, I'm going to want the running quarterback with the higher floor. Really. I know Joe Burrow's really good, but I want the Konami code all the time. So I'd break up the stack for that if that was an option. So
I agree.
That's where I'm at. I did like too, man. I'm like super anti-hate tight ends, and you're like Brock Bowers.
I get
my
it.
skin crawled a little bit.
I get it. It sucks. I get it. But at the end of the day, it's sometimes it's just you have to bite the bullet. But I know why. I get it. The Kyle
How about this?
Issue was too long. It wasn't long enough.
Have you seen the new Brandon Ayuk reception perception? Theo, I'm just going to take a stab in the dark. I bet it's fucking good.
Right.
Brandon Ayuk
was fantastic last year.
I'm just guessing. If I'm wrong, go ahead and put it in. But I bet it's a lot of green, and it looks really good.
Yeah.
No disrespect to Matt Harmon's work, but I'm pretty sure Brandon Ayuk knows how to run routes. I've seen him absolutely destroy my Eagles a time or two. Fucking sucks.
Yeah, I mean, Ayuk cashed in. He was top 8 warp wide receiver in a lot of formats last year. It's obvious his reception perception could be pretty sick.
Yeah. Cole World asks, how did I like my America's Game auction startup? So, Matty, to fill you in, it's like 5 quarterbacks and nothing else. that's my entire startup. I'm not lying. It is literally.
Please elaborate. What? It's okay. So everyone just went buck nasty trying to auction out some QBs or what?
Listen, I got caught doing the one thing I said after last year I wasn't going to ever do again, which is just bid entirely too much on quarterbacks in an auction and price and force. I still did. I literally drafted 6 players total in the auction. Jaden Daniels, Jalen Hurts, J.J. McCarthy, Kyler Murray, Deshaun Watson, and then I did get one skill guy, John Dotson, for like $3 just because I was like, fuck it. Get me out of this.
That little skinny stack, yeah.
Yeah, skinny stack there.
I like that. That.
The rest of the team is all fucking free agents I picked up off the waiver wire. But talk about quarterback hoarding like an asshole. I live it, motherfuckers. Even if I can't help myself.
You got QB hoarding questions, you go to my man Mike right here.
Even if I can't help myself, I still do it. Either way, it'll be fun. I'll be fucking dead last, or, I'm going to bend somebody over a barrel for a quarterback. Either way, it turns out fine. I'm okay.
How many quarterbacks do you start in that league?
2. Just 2.
Oh, it's a typical startup. Okay. So you went full QB.
Best ball startup. Yep.
Well, can we take a second? I don't think we've ever talked about QB hoarding in an auction before. I'm curious.
Because we almost never works.
We've done a whole pod. You came on the game plan, which hint will be on a new network very, very soon. But you came on and we talked QB hoarding. We talked about it in a number of formats. We didn't talk about an auction, and now you're saying you've done it in an auction. And what are your initial thoughts here? Like, how do you feel coming out of it?
This is probably like my 7th time at an auction that I've QB hoarded. I tell myself to not do it. Mike, don't do it. Don't price and force. So this wasn't a fast auction. I don't QB hoard. I don't think I've ever done one in a fast auction. It's always these slow proxies where you have 6 hours to reset people and you're trying to strategically play the market. If I reset this guy, then he's going to reset this guy. And all of a sudden we drive these quarterback prices to the moon. Eventually people get tired of your shit. Go, fuck you. Right? I'll pay more for Derek Carr. You can lick my balls. So that's what happens to me because I just can't help myself. I would say it's not a generally good strategy in an auction because quarterback prices are so intense. So definitely don't spend 99.5% of your budget on 5 quarterbacks and the other 0.5% on the one fucking receiver that you could afford. Don't do that.
Watch him blow up, though. Watch him have that 3rd-year breakout, and it's just like, cha-ching, cha-ching. We'll see.
Husk, love you. Thanks for the amazing content. Can we meet your brother, Mike? Maybe we can meet the Piss King, possibly. but he's got to fly all the way from Seattle. He's a big shot. He's the smart one of the family. Even though I call him the dumbest smart kid I know, my brother's very, very intelligent, has no common sense whatsoever. Lives in Seattle, works for Boeing, as like an electrical engineer. So if your plane
Very
crashes,
cool.
it's probably his fault. It's probably his fault. Fuck him. I'll see. I don't even know if he plays fantasy football at all. He was kind of that nerdy kid growing up too.
Yeah, it sounds like he has a brain that if you let him play for a year and a half, he's going to dominate the world.
Yeah.
Fantasy.
Yeah, fucking asshole.
Keep those smart people out of this sport.
Keep him away from us.
Yeah.
14-team Superflex, no tight end premium in a startup. Lamar, Jaden, Levis, Darnold, Rome, DJ Moore, Rice, Deontay, Pop Douglas, Rashid, Brooks, Connor, Lloyd, Chuba, Sanat, Fant, Parkinson. Can I compete? Moves to make out of the startup. What do you think? With this roster, can he compete? Dirty Bird.
Dirty Bird, I'm sorry to say, I don't think this is a competitive roster as it stands now, because I always look at the receiver position in terms of setting yourself up to truly compete. The running backs come afterwards, and I see Rome, DJM. I don't see a clear number one, and I also see a potential disaster if Rome doesn't fire. Rome going for 650 in year one is going to leave this team sorely lacking at the wide receiver position. Brooks could slow cook. By the time he's firing, is James Conner a productive member of the Cardinals offense? I don't think this is a team that's looking to compete right now. I got to be honest. I think it would be time to start shopping some of these shorter term assets to see how you can elongate this roster. But as it stands now, I don't think this is a competitive one.
For me, because it's 14 team, inherently the rosters are going to look a little shittier. If people give me a 10-team question, right, everybody's roster usually looks good. It's a little tougher to judge. Yeah. 14-team, everybody's roster looks a little shittier, right? It's tougher to fill all your holes. Mm-hmm. I will say this is a good enough team to fuck around and find out, but just be ready to hit the panic button. And if the panic button comes, DJ Moore goes, Deontay goes, probably Pop Douglas, Rashid Shaheed to anybody who will pay anything for those guys. Right. James Conner fucking goes, Chuba goes. And if you want to sell off like Parkinson, Fant, or Sanat at any time, and they're fucking tight ends and a no tight end premium, no one gives a shit. So yeah, if you can get good value for any of those guys, you sell them. But I'm okay like fucking around and finding out, because what he does have is two elite running quarterbacks in a 14-team Superflex. Mm-hmm. It's only start 9. That means a fuck ton. It does. The warp on those guys is going to be stupid good. Right. So if I can just dominate there and just kind of fill holes. The only thing I don't like is having Rome and DJ Moore on the same team. I'm of the opinion DJ Moore is great too, but I'm of the opinion that at least with DJ Moore, there's a realistic scenario where Rome ascends and maybe Rome's the favorite target. You and I have talked about this one too, but you're kind of betting against yourself, because if that doesn't happen and DJ Moore is good, that kind of means Rome's rookie year didn't really do a whole hell of a lot for you. Like, it's a little bit tougher. So that's probably the only one. I don't know if I would have pushed the button on both of the guys if I already had the other one. It's not like a Joe Burrow, T. Higgins situation where it's like, yeah, these guys are, Burrow, Chase, they're all going to fucking eat. Just the way the offense is designed. So probably my only critique, but I'm okay if you want to fuck around and find out till like week 3, 4. If it goes bad, though, be that first one to hit the sell button.
I would also say this too: if you want to push, put your pedal to the metal a little bit, shop literally every running back you have. See if you can kind of fortify the more consistent, more predictable positions, fill in the running backs a little bit on the fly. And I think you could kind of really give this team a shot, because, I mean, there are assets. And like you said, a Jaden Lamar pillar in the front end and the back end of your Superflex 14-team league, you are going to potentially be a head and shoulders above almost every other quarterback tandem, I would imagine, if Jaden Daniels can give you that top 8, top 9, top 10 type season. But again, it's just the role. NFL has put your boy's brain in an absolute pretzel, because I love Rome Odunze so much. I think he is awesome in terms of his production, his route tree it's incredible. His skill set is as good as almost any receiver in this class. DJ Moore is someone that I have been a fan of since he started in this league. I love DJ Moore. It's just with Keenan Allen, DeAndre Swift, and Cole Kmet, it's just I mean, Rome Odunze could be such a big piece to their team and only catch 56 passes for 678 yards and 4 touchdowns and be a game changer for this team. And that sucks for fantasy.
It does. It does. Rookie production's a tough one to rely on, but maybe Caleb Williams comes out and has a CJ Stroud-like rookie year and just throws the ball all over the fucking place and everybody eats, and all of a sudden the Bears are setting all kinds of offensive records that we've never seen. Because historically, that's been a trash franchise. Sorry to break your heart. Packers fans.
Their schedule's nice, though. Their schedule looks
nice.
Sick to start. It looks sick. We'll know a month in what this offense is about in 2024. We won't have to wait.
How about this? Fellas and ladies, I wasn't going to pour up tonight because work sucks tomorrow, but Expo Talk makes me thirsty and excited. Welcome to the club, Dr. B.
Cheers.
What do you got there? Moonshine?
No, I got a little Tito's and seltzer water.
Let's go, man. A little seltzer water. How about this? We got the answer on it. The reception perception on Ayuk made him put Ayuk in the elite tier of wide receiver. Best separated he's charted all year.
Yeah.
Nailed it. Fuck, yeah. Guy's good. Guy's good.
Yeah, he's good.
Corey says, get some of my boys' whiskey poured over ice stock. I'm shipping out 4 new bottles to Adam on Friday to bring to the expo for everyone to try. That's actually a good whiskey, too. I'm a little further along in my my whiskey bourbon aficionado thing. I'm not Adam, but I'm getting there.
That's so a little behind the scenes. I'll full curtain pull. I love bourbon. Bourbon's my drink. But I've pivoted to the clears, the tequilas, and the vodkas because your boy's trying to lose some weight, trying to get a little healthy. So I've moved to the clear alcohols. But if you're saying you're about to put out some nice little, I can sniff it, I can shake it, I can feel real sophisticated, I'm gonna dabble. I can't help it.
Right. Cole World said he loves my my America's Game auction startup. So I'm such a savage or an idiot. Either way, it's a savage idiot.
How has it been? So you've said you've done it a bunch. How is it like a year in advance? Like now you have a longer sample size. How has it played out for you? Has it played out the way you've hoped?
There's a couple leagues like I did it last year in a couple of our auction startups, and the teams were obviously dog shit. And then I look at them this year, and I'm like, oh, well, I added some pieces, and then you're pretty free to trade anybody that has any type of production for just get whatever the fuck you want, and you find some hits later on, and all of a sudden you're looking at a best ball roster, and you're going, well, quarterbacks are definitely solidified. So they might still be another year out, but there's a possibility to do it because you're the only real game in town if somebody needs a quarterback. So pay the fucking iron price or fuck off. I don't care.
The league that we're in together, the Expo League, where you QB hoarded, now I look at your roster because you had great rookie picks this year, so it solidified the roster. And now you're still the gatekeeper for anyone looking to buy. And I can say this first and foremost as someone who's had to interact with it. You're tough, Mike. You're tough about these QBs. I've sniffed around for a Derek Carr and was you're tough.
I try to be. I think the biggest thing that I always say with QB hoarding is if you only play in like 3 or 4 leagues, don't do this shit. Just don't. It's probably not worth it to you. You have to go in with the mindset of nobody's going to trade with me. This is never going to work. These fucking assholes are going to freeze me out. But you have to be okay with it. Like you have to inside be okay with it because the worst thing you can do is cave to one of the Matty Kiwoos in your fucking league and give him a Derek Carr for a 3rd round pick. No, fuck you, Matty. All right? It's
I tried.
It's the second another quarterback coming back. Or fuck out of my inbox.
I think I added a play or two. It was probably like a pop Douglas.
Somebody's shitty. You have to be okay with being bad.
But I also drive a hard bargain.
So Cole World likes it because he walked away with Stroud. He stinks. May, he's okay. Nico Collins probably stinks. Tank Dell, cool. Neighbors, Rome, Keon, Coleman, AD, Mitch. I'm just giving you shit, Cole World. Schultz, Musgrave, Kraft. What the fuck you got both tight ends on the Packers for?
Cole World, what do you got? What do you got? robbing the cradle here, my friend. All these rookies. I mean,
All
what did
these
you
young
go?
guys.
You were shopping at Babies R Us here.
That's a good 102 team right there. I'll be the 101, but you'll be the 102. It'll be fine. We'll hang out together.
This is a 102 team in 2026, though. I mean,
Oh,
listen, as someone who's up here in New England, I think there's going to be a lot of Jacoby Brissett and not as much Drake May, and that sucks. As someone who took him in the Scott Fish Bowl, I think it's
don't put that. Don't put that on me, man. We talk this good body talk about these fucking rookies always sitting, and they don't. They don't.
No,
I saw a poll the other day.
But
They had like JJ McCarthy starting for the Vikings. Like, how many games did he start?
I saw that on Twitter. Yeah,
And it started with like 0-2, and then it was like 4-5, and I think the max was like 6 games or 7 games. And I'm like, it's a 17-game season. What the fuck are you talking about? It's only going to start 6 games.
Well, McCarthy's
Get the fuck outta
different.
here.
McCarthy's in a winning window. The Patriots are not. Elliott Wolf, the team builder up here in New England, he's come from the Packers' way of doing things, the Browns' way of doing things, and we've seen that they go with the vet to start and they try to have him sit and learn. But we'll see. The Vikings are totally different, though. I mean, they need to win, and they need to win in short order. And JJ McCarthy, I with all due respect to Sam Darnold, JJ McCarthy can beat him out.
All due respect to Jacoby Brissett, Drake May is a better quarterback.
Oh, I agree. But the way they're going to want to do it, I'm just tempering expectations from.
What's the schedule
insider.
look like for you? Like, when are you guys going to be out of it? So Cincinnati, Seattle,
It's rough.
the Jets, San Francisco, Miami. Shit, you're 0-5 by
That's what I'm
week
saying.
6.
It's rough.
Houston, now you're 0-7. Jacksonville, you're 0.
He's coming in week 10, week 11. I think the bye right after the bye is week 13. I think week 15 is the bye. So week 14 is the bye. I mean, so he come in. So I think it's not unrealistic that he comes in at week 15 after the bye.
Oh, I'm going to put it at week 9. That's my over-under against Tennessee.
But still,
Layup game.
listen. If that's your over-under, then we're on the same page. That we need to be very, very cautious about Drake May in 2024.
Yeah, it might even be sooner because Jacoby Brissett behind that offensive line might get killed by like week 3.
Right. Oh, of course, of course. But I will say here for again, you want the rumblings up here in New England, is that they will keep Bailey over Milton because if there was a catastrophic injury to Brissett, they don't have to go to May. If the QB room is Brissett, May, and Milton. If something happens to Brissett, May's going in. They're not putting Milton in.
Yeah.
But if they keep Bailey around, then they can throw him to the Wolves and keep the same timeline. So I think that we need to be very, very cautious when it comes to Drake May in 24.
What do you think? The previous question, the 14-team league, where you said he couldn't really compete. Is he shopping Levis?
I'm shopping Levis, but I'm also asking for what is going to get me laughed at when it comes to this league because I believe in Will Levis. So I'm not going to shop him around for a 1-for-1 swap with a running back of the top 12 variety, top 15 variety. That type of field is what you're going to be playing with Will Levis. I'm holding on because I think Will Levis is going to far smash expectations. All indicators in terms of offense, his statistical output, his athletic profile. I think everything that we're going to see here translate well to 24. So I think Will Levis breaks out in this year. And I think that if you're going to shop him, I would shop him, but my price is going to drive away all my league mates. And I would be okay with that because then when they come back to you on Halloween and go, okay, I'm willing to pay, you can go, that was yesterday's prices and you can get even more.
Price of the brick went up. I'm also very high on Will Levis for this season. I took him in our Scott Fish Bowl draft. Before Stafford, Russ, Baker, Geno, Daniel Jones, kind of in that range. I would have taken him before Aaron Rodgers too, easily. But Scott Fishbowl also lends to running quarterbacks. I know he didn't do it a lot last year, but we saw him do it in college. He's definitely has that mobility in. The offense is better. The offensive line is good. Second year, fuck yeah, Will Levis to the moon. And I'm with you. I'd shop him, but you ain't going to like the fucking prices I'm asking
That's
back.
right. If any of you are leaving, so what's the price for Will Levis? They're not going to like the answer.
14-team Superflex, too, like first and 2 seconds, man. I don't even think a first and a second gets it done. You piss the fuck off.
Right. Right. I'm asking right away, Jonathan Taylor plus, and they're gonna laugh about it. But
Ooh, you fucking
That's
hit him
what I'm
right in the
doing.
kisser. I
Yep.
love it.
Yep.
Matty's, I'm curious on your J-Day Daniels. By the way, I ordered that jersey. Why the fuck is it not here yet? Fizz, maybe by Friday it'll be here. Thoughts?
Oh,
We J-Day strong
Friday.
over here. Are you taking him over Caleb? J-Day over Caleb or Caleb over J-Day?
No, I'm not. I'm taking Caleb. I am a firm believer in Caleb. I do love Jaden Daniels. I am all over Jaden Daniels in my redraft leagues, in my 1QB formats. He's one of my favorites. My solo videos are going to come out. You're going to see a lot of love for Jaden Daniels for redraft. But in Superflex, I think Caleb Williams is him. I think that the offense was built for success. I love Caleb. I'm not discounting Caleb. I'm not going to, because the thing about, and this is kind of the fault of evaluation, is the issues that I have with Jane Daniels are really not his. They're Justin Fields. I've seen Justin Fields be at the top of the mountain and fall all the way to the bottom of the hill in a matter of months. So that is on the table. Whereas I think Caleb, his skill set is going to succeed. I think he's got like that Jordan Love-esque passing ability, but he also has more rushing upside. I think that the Caleb is the more sound prospect. But in your 1QB redraft, give me J-Day all day.
J-Day all day. I love it. My pops is on the show. Son, who is that big Papa Pump? He says you look like Scott Steiner over here.
Dude, Braun Breaker, baby!
We got a big Papa Pump on the show. What's up, Dad?
What's
He's so
up,
drunk.
Mr.
He couldn't spell Papa. Couldn't spell Papa.
Yo, shout
Hey,
out
Dr.
to
V,
you.
I'm sky high on Will Levis. What the fuck you talking about? I love Will Levis. Will Levis to the moon.
I think, listen, Mike, don't you think that a year from now, we're talking about the 2024 season, the one QB that we might all go, holy shit, he threw for 40 touchdowns. I think Will Levis is in that conversation as much as anyone else in the NFL.
There you go. Ooh, what about this one from Jay Sandy? I have A-Rich, Love, Daniels, and Levis. Which one should I look to trade? Fuck. Talk about just taking every quarterback that I love.
You want me to get spicy here?
Yeah, which
A-Rich.
one are you trading? You're trading A-Rich? Cody would be so fucking mad.
I'm shopping A-Rich because I think that right now you can get a roster altering package and then look at your quarterbacks and go, I'm very happy with a top 5 to 7 warp quarterback in Jordan Love. Jaden Daniels is rushing for 1,000 yards, and Will Levis is my QB3, is absolutely prestigious. And then you look at the return for A-Rich. You put A-Rich on the block, you're looking at Malik Neighbors plus a running back. You're looking at players that seem unattainable. And with that level of floor and with ceiling, I think I'm shipping A-Rich. Oh, not shipping. I'm shopping A-Rich. That's
How about a little more context? It's a 10-man. It's a 10-man league. Here's the context. Does that change it for you? 10-person league?
Yes, because you need running backs if you're going to win in a 10 team. And
I'm shopping Jordan Love because he's not the running quarterback at all.
Yeah, I get it. But I think that Jordan Love is your anchor here. I think that with Jordan Love's floor, you now have the ability to be flexible with Daniels and Levis. A-Rich it's not that I'm a non-believer in A-Rich. It's that I think the return for A-Rich is Breece Hall plus a running back. It's a top-end tight end plus a receiver. I think that the return on A-Rich changes your team in a 10 team, where Love is that maybe not sexy player, but he's that pillar that allows you to be very, very flexible with Daniels and Love and Levis that can be very competitive in 24.
I get it. I'm still saying trade Jordan Love. Fuck that guy. He's awesome. I love him to death too, but I want running quarterbacks. I'm converted.
I get it.
Converted.
I get it.
Can't stop me. Dad wants to know what Big Papa Pump thinks of Tua. What do you take on Tua? Dad's out here dropping my inheritance like every single AMA.
Well, he's giving it back to you. It's just on the low. It's on the low,
I just got to divvy it up to everybody else in the company.
So, fuck security bonds. I'm going to give it to you via AMA super chats, baby.
Thanks, Pops.
It's great. And what I think, Mr. Crystal, is that you got a couple of a Big Papa pumps here on the podcast here, and I think that Tua is no longer Big Papa pump. He's a slimmed out version of himself. He's a thin boy. He lost a lot of weight this year, but I mean, he's a guy that's going to have a lot of passing yards. He's got two of the best receivers in football. He's got a great offensive scheme. Tua is that guy that if you're playing in 6 point per passing touchdowns, he's going to be a sneaky, buy or a sneaky draft. He's going to be a guy you're going to target late because the world don't love him. Tua doesn't love him. I mean, the world don't love Tua. They're not really high on him, but he's still very productive, and I think that the offense is great. And what the new body shape that he has, I guess, will tell us whether it's going to be better for the long term or the short term, I guess, because he came in last year looking like Maui from Moana. This year, he's very slimmed down. No longer Big Papa Pump.
Crystal Daddy is a great pimp name.
Crystal Daddy is a fantastic. That's my name. I dibs. Sorry, Sean. Sorry, Mike. Dibs. Crystal Daddy's me. I'm Crystal Daddy.
Oh, all right. What about this one from James? On a competitive team where I'm loaded at both quarterback and wide receiver, who do you like better at 103, J-Day or Malik Neighbors? 12 team. So it's a 12 team. Superflex, half point per PPT. What's PPT? Points per target? Jesus, fuck.
No, that's a huge...
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
James, we need clarification here. We need it because
the T and the R, are relatively close on the keyboard, so
they're next door neighbors. So far,
half point per target would be fucking ridiculous, man. I'd take the wide receiver there. They score like $1 billion.
Especially neighbors who's going to see 130 targets immediately out of the gate.
Higher.
Potentially, right? But I think if we're talking blanket statement, we're talking all is the same, running receivers, quarterbacks, I'm taking Daniels. PPR, okay. Half point PPR, I'm going Daniels.
He corrected it on the second one. My bad, James. See, it's literally just right below. Didn't mean to call you out since you already fixed it. I could have just brushed by it, but I'm an asshole and I've been drinking. So, yeah. Jaden Daniels. I mean, fuck, if you listen to anything Fizz and I do, it's fucking Jaden. I take Jaden Daniels 101. I don't give a shit. Fuck y'all. Every single
You've
time.
got me on the Jaden Daniels wagon for show.
Let's go. I will say this. The other day I was disappointed because I had one of those late rookie drafts, which I fucking hate. I hate them with a passion, but I did have one that just finished up. And my team is so stacked at quarterback, and I just won last year, and I made a big trade a couple months ago to move up to the 102. And I'm like, fucking for sure. I'm just like, I'm walking away with Marvin Harrison. The team above me is dog shit. They're going to take Caleb, like always. And sure enough, they took fucking Marvin Harrison. And I'm like, well, fuck it. You going to make me do it? Jaden Daniels. I'll just add Jaden to this fucking already star-studded, loaded team, and I'll just run this shit back. But I was really looking forward to one like Marvin Harrison share. Finally, Matty. Like, I got one.
Marvin's a guy that I love. He's a great prospect. He's just not a player that I probably will have any shares of because at cost, I still love Neighbors. I love Jaden Daniels. I love too many players where I'm not pushing the envelope on Harrison like a lot of the people in the space are.
What do you think? What are the odds Marvin Harrison finishes as the number one rookie wide receiver this year? With Malik Neighbors, obviously, in a much better situation. I mean, who the fuck else is on that team?
So are we talking about 1v1? Or
1v1.
Versus the field?
Yeah.
1v1, no. I think it's 50-50. I think you can't give a single. Single. When you look at the indicators, when you look at the statistical output from both offenses, yes, Marvin Harrison went to a great situation with a better quarterback.
Yep.
And I know Daniel Jones hasn't had a receiver who has ever eclipsed, I think, 700 receiving yards. He has never had a player that is anywhere as close to as talented as Malik Neighbors. Brian Daboll, his entire offensive philosophy is surrounded around separation. That's why he was so enamored with the Wan'Dale Robinsons. That's why he took a chance on the downfield separator in college, Jalen Hyatt. But the difference between Robinson, Hyatt, and Neighbors is that Neighbors, he's a separator the second he makes a move on the NFL gridiron. he is unbelievable, even at the line of scrimmage of getting open. Like his first moves, his first steps are reminiscent of Antonio Brown. And he's bigger. He's 15 pounds bigger than Antonio Brown. Malik Neighbors is going to be showered with 130, 140 targets out of the gate. Malik Neighbors is unbelievably talented, and I love Marvin Harrison. I do. I think he's very good. But his best range of outcomes in terms of his skill set is the 7 catches on 8-9 targets, high volume in terms of downfield production, good touchdown production, that A.J. Brown's archetype, where Malik Neighbors is the type that in a bad game, he goes for 8 catches for 80 yards. His ridiculous games, he goes for 16 receptions and 200 yards. That's the type of competitor and separator that Malik Neighbors is.
It's high praise for him. I'll put it at 51-49. Malik Neighbors is the wide receiver 1 of this rookie class in 2024. My guy.
That's why I'm kissing you on the mouth in Canton.
And no disrespect to Marv. He's amazing.
No disrespect. No disrespect.
What about this? 40 tutties for Will Levis. I want what you're spoken, man. In perfect timing because Cody's here.
Yeah. Listen, I said
take the Chevy to the levee and you get 50 tucks at 40.
Listen, I understand that's a lofty prediction. I'm not saying I think that's on the table. I just think, given this man's arm talent, and now you're looking at Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Hopkins, Tyler Boyd, Brian Callahan, improved offensive line, pass catching running backs. This is a player with skill sets in a situation that if he eclipses 40 touchdowns, we're going to go, whoa. There was so much more writing on the wall than any of us ever gave credit to.
If he has that, it's shitty to say because Josh Allen did other things, but if he has that Josh Allen type breakout at some point, I'm not going to be fucking shocked. Not going to be shocked at all. And listen, not that one. This one. I misclicked because I've been drinking. Only 10 quarterbacks have ever had 40 touchdowns. Trip Crown, don't be a fucking Debbie Downer. Okay.
Hey, Trip Crown, listen, this is a new era. We're going to see 40 touch. We're going to see, we're 2 years away from 3 guys in a single fucking season go for 40.
Don't be a Debbie Downer, you nerd.
Right? Yeah, nerd. Yeah, you fucking nerd, dude. Nerd. We have sunglasses on inside and hats on, you nerd. No, we love you, Trip. We love you, Trip.
That's what I'm talking about, Cody. You tell him, Dr. B. Dr. B is a resident Tennessee Titans fan. The only one I know. Literally. I've met a lot of people in my life. It's the only fucking Titans fan I know. So, yes. What about this one? So, you're saying we're going to have the Crystal Daddy and Christie's Daddy at the same expo, Matty? If you know, you know.
Yo, no, blur this, Corey. Blur this. We cannot have this. Someone may tune in. Blur it out.
Oh, don't worry. She's asleep. She's asleep. Neighbors getting 200 targets. I love it. Yeah. What about the fucking another 10 team? God damn it, Kenny. I'll answer your question. But for all you 10 teamers, man, get 2 more friends. Come to the Patreon. Jesus, we'll get you 2 more friends. You got friends with us. 10-team Superflex, Jalen Waddle. Jesus, fuck, that was tough. Jalen Waddle and Brandon Ayuk for Jamar Chase. Matty, what says you? 2 for 1.
This is a fucking overpay and a half, but in a 10-teamer, give me Chase, baby. Like you're talking about pillars in 10-teamer. Give me the pillar.
It's not your fault. It's not. We'll get your friends, but give me the pillar too. I'm with Matty on this one. In a 10-teamer, give me the studs and duds. That's all I want. Mm-hmm. Chase all day. Yep. 12-team though. What if that was a 12-team? What if Kenny had 2 more friends?
No. I'm looking to the opposite. If I had Chase, I would look to potentially take both those on in a 12-teamer for sure.
I'd take that tier down.
Yeah. I think that Ayuk, the thing about Ayuk that's so fascinating is that he has the potential to go to a team that we don't like right now and ascend to a level we weren't expecting, a la if he went to the Panthers and was able to push aside everybody, he would be the guy that would be getting the Adam Thielen plus everything Chris Godwin-esque role, or a team that hasn't been talked about in terms of the Ayuk sweepstakes that I think would be sneaky awesome. Patriots.
I would love that.
The Patriots.
And then Drake
if
May
he goes
starts
to the
week 1.
Even if Brissett, look what Amari Cooper did with Brissett when they played with Alex Van Pelt in Cleveland. They were both great. Ayuk, if Ayuk goes to a team like the Patriots, who again nobody's excited about, I mean, you can pencil in 130 targets, easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
K-Box says it best. How do you like them nipples? We ended
The call that changed the world, baby. The call that changed the world. There was a lot of nips.
A lot of nips. How about this? Trade Penix in May, or May and Bryce for Jaden on a rebuild or hold? For me, listen, I think this is probably a fair trade. I'm big high on Jaden Daniels, but when I'm rebuilding, I like to get a little bit risky, man. I like my 2-for-1s. I like my 2-for-1 value ascension. So probably gonna hold the 2 either way. Bryce,
I think in a rebuild, I think I would go for Jaden. I think Jaden
really
can expedite it. Yeah, but what I would say here, Theo, try Penix, Bryce plus a third. Like if you could have May and Jaden, I think now you're talking about the consolidation at the quarterback position that can work out in the short term and definitely in the long term.
Okay. 2 different opinions. I like to get a little risky though, but I do think the Jaden, like the one good, really good asset that you're sure of, not a bad thing either.
Mm-hmm. And it all depends on the roster.
I'm a gambler, man. My dad got me hooked on 3-card poker. I like to, put all them fucking chips on the table.
Sean, you got this guy hooked on gambling.
He did. It was a great story, Matty. So we went on a Dolphins fan cruise last year, and Dad said, "Hey, we're gonna go to the casino on the boat. I really like to play 3-card poker," and I'm like, "I've never fucking heard of that." He said, "Here, I'll tell you what. You come with me. We'll get drunk. I give you $200, and if you win, give me my money back. And if you lose it, it's on me. Don't worry about it." I said, "Well, you can't fucking beat that, right? Like, you're just going to give me $200? I'll fuck around and find out." Within like 35 minutes, I already paid my dad back the $200 he gave me, and I'm sitting there with $600 in front of me, and I'm like, you know what? I really do like this 3-card poker. It's pretty fucking awesome.
Where was this cruise, by the way?
Went to the Caribbean. So we stopped at the Bahamas, Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic.
When you went through the states, though, where did you fly to?
Oh, Miami. Went down to Miami. Left from Miami. Port of Miami.
Were there also a bunch of Steelers fans on this cruise?
No, we saw maybe a couple, like 2 or 3. I didn't see too many.
Because I once went when I went down to Florida for business last year. Where was it? What part of the year last year?
April, I believe. First part of April.
Okay, so last April, I went down to Florida for business, and as I was flying up, I sat next to 2 lovely older ladies, and they talked about how they had so much fun on this cruise, and they could not believe there were so many Dolphins and Pittsburgh Steelers fans on this cruise. Could they have been on your cruise?
They probably could have, and if they were having a good time, and older ladies, Dad can attest, he's in here. I make friends with older ladies like that. Like I'm hunting for grandmas at some point. Me and grandmas, Ready Betty, you know who you are.
So you might be the Viking vixen that they met on the cruise. That might be you, Mike.
It might be.
You look like that Viking vixen.
It might be. They have fond memories of me. Me and my mojitos.
This is a true story. I literally, in April
insane.
last year, flew from Florida to Massachusetts, and the 2 older women, not older, they're in their 60s, they were talking about the cruise that they went on in the Caribbean, and they were like, you wouldn't, because they were obviously New England fans being from up here. They're like, and they had the accent. You wouldn't believe the guys we saw on that boat. There were a lot of Dolphins fans and Pittsburgh Steelers fans, but they were really nice guys, and they were a lot of fun. They played 3-card poker, and this one guy won $600 with his dad. It was unbelievable.
Me and the older ladies, we get along real good. real good. What about this from Jeremy Clark? Is it too much for Josh Allen? Pickens, a 25 first, and Justin Herbert, 12-team Superflex. Would you pay that for Josh Allen?
Am I paying this for Josh Allen? My body's telling me no, but my brain is telling me yeah.
You fucked that up so bad, man. My mind is telling me no.
Right, that's right. That's right.
God
But I also
damn it.
I meant it the way that I said it, but you're right. The song is the opposite. But
I
no,
get you.
my gut's telling me no, but it looks at it, it's like you want to acquire Josh Allen any way you can. But that feels like a lot. If Josh, what do you think, Mike? What do you think there? Help me out.
I got you, man. I don't see nothing wrong with a little Josh Allen. I'm fucking paying it, man. Fuck you, Justin.
That's
Herbert.
what it is. Yeah.
Fuck you, George Pickens. Fuck that pick, Josh Allen. If I got a competitive team, I'm doing it. If I'm dog shit, rebuild, to have no hope, don't. But if I'm locked and loaded, ready to roll, give me the GOAT. The GOAT.
Oh.
I know he plays in your division, but that dude
No,
for
but he's
fantasy
so
is something
good.
else.
And that is one of those trades that looks pricey now, but when George Pickens goes for 1,050 yards and 3 touchdowns, and Justin Herbert is Justin Herbert, you're gonna look at that and go, Josh Allen was QB1.
Got it. I'm a Giants fan, but confirm he's the greatest receiver of all time.
Confirm it.
I love it.
And Trips is the nerd. Trips is the nerd, so he confirms statistics. I agree with him. He is the greatest.
Home league prices, my friends would throw up at these offers. The economy is way off. That's one of the things Adam talks about quite a bit, is knowing your league, knowing your market economy. When you play in a portfolio like I do, where it's 50-plus leagues, I have no grasp of individual market economy. I'm sending out fucking offers just top to bottom with zero shits given. And if an offer comes into me, I go to patreon.com/South Harmon and I ask the patrons, what do you think? And then I also go to southharmonff.com and I sign up for my warp tool, which I get for free. Perk of being me. Plug in the warp of that league, and I find out whether or not I should make that fucking trade or not. That's it. That's how I play a portfolio of 50 leagues. But individual leagues, Cold World, I get you. Home league prices. Sometimes they're fucking wild. Wild. I'm tired of Waddle being so inconsistent. Fuck yeah. You tell him. I know my dad's a Dolphins fan.
I don't know, but I think sometimes we have to look at Jalen Waddle, and his inconsistency is really just that he wasn't a top 10 receiver both years over the last 2. He was pretty good last year and very good the year before. I don't know if it's inconsistent or he's just not elite.
Polk pair's real nice with Ayuk. Just saying. That'd be fine.
Yeah, well, no, Polk is dead in the water if they get Ayuk. That's the true stone hard truth.
Dad now hates you because you're giving up on Jalen.
No, Big Papa Pop. I'm saying I love Waddle. I'm defending Waddle. It was Jamar Chase. Sean, it was Jamar. It was Jamar.
He's the biggest Homer Dolphin fan you'll ever find. Every Dolphins player is the greatest. He loves all the Alabama players. He's my father, and I love him. But every time I see him put anything about Alabama, I just want to strangle him, which I actually could do now. Dad knows. The fucking tables have turned, old man.
Yeah, that's why, Sean, I'll get Mike to beat you up.
Look at me.
Don't mess with me, Sean. Mike's going to beat you up.
Look at me. I'm the captain now. I'm the captain now. Pedal to the metal. What about this one? This time in exactly 3 weeks, my flight lands in Canton. Let's go. He's on it, man.
Dude, don't even
Dr.
say
B's
that.
coming in 3 weeks.
I'm not going to be
3 weeks?
2.5 hours.
3 weeks.
Let's go.
Same here, Mike. I'm asking trade questions on the Patreon all day.
That's right, Theo. Let's
Fucking
go.
OG.
Also, Theo, have you canceled your hotel yet?
Yeah. It's not too late as long as they don't make you like.
Canceled? No, dude.
Yeah, fuck them people.
Cancel that shit. Even if pay the penalties. Come over to the school. We'll take care of you. We got a chef, T-Rock. He's got a menu. Let's go.
I tell you what, Theo. If you cancel your hotel, cancel that hotel. Whatever the penalty is, I'll pay for it. Actually, I'll just take it.
No, we'll pay for half together. We'll do this together. I'm not gonna leave you out
got
there
it.
by yourself.
We got it, man. Cancel that fucker. Come stay with us. I'm
Come
serious.
stay with your boys.
Dead ass serious.
Yo, do it.
Sorry,
Sean, you
Dad.
come too. Come to the school, Sean.
Do you imagine my dad up there? Dad, I mean, you're fucking retired. You don't have a job.
Let's go.
Just put the dog up for like 3 days. Send her to Ready Betty. Dad, why don't you just come up for fucking 3 days? Come stay with us. I got you. Just get a flight to Canton, Ohio. The dates are what is that? Well, 3 weeks.
Or even Cleveland. It's
Cleveland.
the night. Yeah, go to.
I got a car. I'll come get you. Yeah,
We'll
fuck
come
yeah.
pick you up, Sean. Don't be
Pressure him
scared.
into it. Pressure him into it.
Sean, you gotta do it. Come hang out with Big Papa Pump on Strobe.
The week of August 5th through the 11th. There's your dates. We'll pressure Dad.
Don't. T-Rock
Just
has
out
the
of the
whole
blue.
menu.
Yeah, we got a whole menu.
He'll be in Scotland.
You don't
Is he
even
going
need to
golfing?
know fantasy football shit.
Wait,
Oh,
he said
he'll
he's
be
gonna
in Scotland.
Is he going golfing?
No, I don't think he's going golfing. Maybe Dad golfs, but he really sucks at it. Like worse than I do, and I don't golf.
We all suck at golf, but it's fun as hell.
My brother, on the other hand, is a pretty decent golfer. Even
So
though I
he's
did beat
smart
him.
with, and he's a golfer.
And
No
he's a
wonder why he
golfer.
hasn't played fucking fantasy football.
I did beat him on 2 holes. His shitty fat brother who doesn't golf worth a fuck. So
Would you
take
get him
it for
too
what it
drunk?
is.
You get him drunk on 17 and 18?
No, but he's easy to get in his head. He gets flustered easy, right? Like the psychology of it. You start talking shit, you get under his
You will
skin.
not make this putt. You jackass.
Pretty much. How about that though? Maybe next year we get Pops. Pops, just plan on next year coming to the expo. Come stay at the school with us.
Yeah, we'll be both even more jacked next year. We'll make sure of it. We'll be freaking Scott Steiner, Rick Steiner, right here, baby.
I'm trying to find that illegal, HGH. Holla if you hear me. Steiner recliner. Let's go, K-Bach.
Yes.
Oh, it's fucking great. All right. We got one more, maybe 2 more. I don't know. This is the last one I see. Dad says you got it, though, by the way. He's coming next year, 2025. Papa Crystal. Got an inbox offer, 12-team Superflex, start 10, PPR, no tight end premium. Give Christian Kirk and JSN. Gets Devontae Smith and Rashid Shaheed. What do you think, Matty? Smitty and Shaheed or Christian Kirk and JSN?
Oh, man, this is a tough one. Good question, Johnny Detois. In this format, I really think it's just JSN and Kirk for Smith. If you're looking to win in 24, give me Smith. I think he goes for a rack this year with Kellen Moore as a wide receiver 2 in that Eagles offense. But if you can wait a year, JSN has Devontae Smith plus output in his range of outcomes. And I'm always a fan of Christian Kirk if he's healthy, especially in this offense. This year, that's going to get him a lot of good looks with the deep route runners. It's best ball. Then definitely give me the Slim Reaper and Rashid Shaheed if it's best ball.
Give me Smitty.
Yeah,
Give me Smitty.
if it's best ball, because now you get all the benefits of Shaheed. You
I'm
don't
a
have any
JSN fan.
pressure.
I fight Adam a little bit on Christian Kirk. I know Adam thinks he's good. Adam likes Christian Kirk. I just like Kirk more. I do. I like him a little bit more. But still, I'm a JSN fan. I'm a Christian Kirk fan. But fucking Smitty, I know you talked about it. At least $1,000 is what he's going for, Matty. He could be the Eagles' number 1 wide receiver this year. It's not out of the realm of possibility.
Cody thinks that as well.
It's that Keenan Allen role in that Kellen Moore offense, and you saw what 75-year-old Keenan Allen did last year.
10 catches type shit. Yep.
Just throwing that out there, man. Maybe Smitty's the number 1 wide receiver in Philly this year, so I'm okay with it. And then Rashid Shaheed, my love for him and Scott Fishbowl, a little bit different because there's no return yards here. But
Way different. But I also think that in the best ball format, you now get all of the benefits of Rashid Shaheed. You have 0 of the pressures because in a lineup league, the pressure to start or sit a guy like Shaheed, you typically sit him on the days he breaks out and play him on the days he duds. But in best ball, no worries. So I like that. Give me Slim Reaper and Shaheed.
fuck it. Now I'm just trying to figure out what we're doing here for the outro. How about this one? What do you think? That's some good one right there. Yeah. Give me some DK this year. Fuck yeah. DK disrespected. Matty, thank you so much for being on, filling in for Adam while he's having it. This is the first of many, though. Matty's a pillar of South Harmon now. Welcome aboard, man. Officially from me on Wednesday Night AMA. Better way to christen it. Look for all of our dope-ass content. Especially, we got a full content schedule lined up Monday through Sunday. Doesn't matter what fucking day it is. If it ends in Y, there'll be something from South Harmon going on. As far as stuff coming up, tomorrow night for the patrons, Savage Semester, long-awaited return. Matty, Cody, maybe they make an appearance. We'll see. Friday night, I'll be there. Friday night, I hear there's a certain famous rapper doing a stream. Fizzle Friday is on Friday night, and I hear there's a few people who might be on there. They kind of look like us. I don't think anyone's
doing that. I don't think anyone's. No, it's just Fizzle. It's his solo show this week, I think.
I think they kind of look like us. Saturday trade show, Saturday night. I plan on streaming NCAA football, or as the Harry Snowman calls it, playing Nintendo. Either way. If you don't like Nintendo, don't fucking tune in Saturday. If you want to see me give up 60 points to whoever the fuck's on Iowa's schedule this upcoming week, tap in. And this week, with sound, I figured out how to put sound on that stream now, so you hear the gameplay audio. For fuck's sake, I fucked that up so bad. Nothing on Sunday until the football season comes back. Thank God. Maybe I'll fuck around and stream again. A little NCAA, because it's my life now. And then Monday next week. Show Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Sunday might be off.
And listen, we got podcasts too, baby. America's Game, Grinding the Edge.
Yes.
I may have a show coming up very soon. Cody may have a show coming out soon.
Maybe.
South Harmon is just gonna bring the content.
Yes, Coop, I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry, Coop. Hey, at least great minds think alike. I was on the same page with you. I want to talk about pods.
It's too much shit for me to remember sometimes, right? Like, I was good enough. I was like, look, I put up the logos.
You did great in the beginning.
We faded hard. Look, I got them all. Beat South Harmon. You can go to Beat South Harmon. You can I got all the promos, all right? And I got to add to this real soon, I think. Little foreshadowing, too, just like I did with the merger. If you know, you know. Little foreshadowing. I got another fucking logo I got to put up. But appreciate everybody tapping in, Matty. Let's get the fuck out of here before I do something bad. Oh, do you remember the last time we were on AMA? It was like 15 minutes where the show had ended. We're still live.
And then we just started glazing each other about how great of a show that was and how great we both were on it.
Just spit on it.
Like Hawk 2 spit on that time.
I'll get us the fuck out of here this time without fucking this up. I promise. I swear. This is my fucking mission for tonight. See you, everybody. We love you. We're fucking out of this thing.
Peace.